What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfella. We back with the Boston Clinic and more. Don't forget, after the College Football National Championship, dropping the Al Hammond Jay-Z video. Got some good news coming on that. If you want to donate, the donation link is in the description. Got some trill things coming. Gonna travel to some fights, hopefully, so every dime helps. And the radio show coming. A lot of good things coming. Giving away some shirts. Definitely worth the while. Also, the tech video. Just dropped another video. Help you cut the cost on cable, cut cable and Netflix out completely for the free. And also the Facebook group link, Facebook page link is in the description. Also, the link in the description to this interview with Demtrius Andrade says he doesn't feel like he's ready for Billy Joe Saunders yet with IFL TV. Shout out to them. They do some dope content. Like I said, I'm going to leave this interview link in the description. Go subscribe if you haven't liked the video or dislike it. A lot of people disliked it, but like it. I mean, they got the interview with Boo Boo, and Demtrius Andrade says that right now he don't feel like he's physically strong and big enough to deal with a big middleweight like Billy Joe Saunders. Now, if he said the money was super right, he'd fight anybody. But right now, he doesn't feel like he's ready to fight Billy Joe Saunders. And we know he only got a 3-fight contract with HBO. Maybe he's trying to strength it out and get some more fights. But he says right now, physically, he got to put on some more muscle and just grow into the weight class, which I understand. And he says no to fighting Billy Joe Saunders next. He said he was open to fight Billy Joe Saunders, but no. And said he still will fight David Lemieux. Said he's still a name, said he's still alive, but he's a smaller guy. And said he would have did a little bit different than Billy Joe Saunders. He would have spiced up the pot a little bit. But, he said he'd like to fight the dude with the mustache that beat Douglas. He was referring to Gary O'Sullivan, he is rumored to face Danny Jacobs April 28th with Jarrell B. Baby Miller and Kubrat Puev on the undercard. That's just a rumor right now. And Demtrius Andrade said, Gary Sullivan would be a good opponent. He got to come forward strong and really let him, showcase his skills and let his hands go. And, probably he's right. He does need to grow into the weight class, but he was already a big 154. But it's definitely a different step up in class. We're stepping up into 160. And people say, well, it's only 6 pounds, but some of these guys are physically bigger. Billy Joe Saunders is like a super middleweight or a light heavyweight in there with David Lemieux. Canelo packs on some weight. Golovkin he don't weigh as much, but he's physically strong. He's punching like a light heavyweight, a heavyweight, some people say. Danny Jacobs is another guy that's really, really big, really over big for the middleweight division, if that's the saying. So I understand where he's coming from. Jamal Charlo's another big one. But when you run your mouth and say you want Canelo, Triple G, and stuff of that nature, then turn around and say, oh, no, I'm not ready for Billy Joe Saunders. If you're not ready for Billy Joe Saunders physically, how can you be ready for Golovkin then? Physically. Because Golovkin is stronger than Billy Joe Saunders. He might not rehydrate or weigh as much on fight night, but he got the physical strength of an ox. And he's punching like a boar. So, he kind of contradicting himself. And then, he not name dropping Sergey Shevchenko. And Sergey Shevchenko is trained by Andre Rozier. And my homie sent me a link where Andre Rozier say Andrade's not ducking Shevchenko. And Rozier trains Shevchenko, I believe. But it seems like it to me, he's trying to cherry pick Gary O'Sullivan. Says he's not ready for, the top. Well, Billy Joe Saunders, but he's ready for Canelo and Triple G, calling Charlo, all these guys he's calling out. But you're not ready for Billy Joe Saunders. Some of those guys are faster, stronger, and physically more, gifted than Billy Joe Saunders, So if he's not ready for Billy Joe Saunders, then you're not ready for Golovkin and Canelo and Charlo, which you are contradicting yourself. And you letting us know that you're the ultimate pump faker. So, look at the interview. I understand where you're coming from. He want to grow into the weight class, but you just said you wanted to fight Golovkin and had no problem fighting Shevchenko. And I think he's worried about fighting Sergey Shevchenko as well, He didn't name drop him, but he picked Gary Sullivan and Lemieux coming off of L. So, let me know what y'all think about this. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. We gone.